This is Algebra 2, and this is synthetic division. And let's start by taking a minute and thinking, what does synthetic mean? And synthetic is, like if you have synthetic oil, it's man-made. It's not the real thing. So synthetic division is a man-made shortcut, basically. It's not the real thing. It's not really doing long division, but you'll get the same answer. It is easier once you see the pattern. So when you use synthetic division, once again, you originally look at your problem and realize that you cannot have skips. And I'm talking about skips and exponents. We go x to the third, x squared, x, and then your constant. That's okay. If you have a skip, you've got to put the number 0 in as a placeholder. So the first thing you do is you take the terms in the dividend and put them in decreasing order of degree. So we have 2, -5, 5, -2. Watch your signs. That'll be a hard part. Then you're going to draw this little partial box, and on the outside you're going to take this number here, but you're going to use the opposite sign. So since it was -1, you're going to put a +1. So you bring this first number down, and you're going to multiply 1 times 2, and that's where their 2 came from. So then you combine these. -5 and 2 is -3. Then you do it again. 1 times -3, that's where their -3 came from. Combine these. 5 minus 3 is 2. 1 times 2, that's where this 2 came from. Combine these and 0. If you have the number at the end, that is a remainder. When there's 0, there's simply no remainder. Then to write your answer, you go back and you put variables with these, starting with one exponent lower. So like we had started with x to the third, you're going to put an x squared here, an x here, and nothing there. All right, makes more sense when you work a problem. So on the outside of our little box is going to be the opposite sign of this, and so we're going to see a +2. Then we're going to write our coefficients. We're going to use decreasing order of our degree, and we're going to use the sign that you see. So we have a 3, we have a -7, we have a 9, and we have a -14. I did not have to put any placeholders in because it did not skip anything. So I'm going to draw my line, and I'm going to bring this first number down. You always bring that down just like it was. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then combine these. -7 plus 6 is -1. Go again. 2 times -1 is -2. 9 minus 2 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. -14 of 14 is 0. Since this is a 0, there is no remainder. You're going to use these for your coefficients, and you're going to start with x squared because it's got to be one smaller. So your answer is 3x squared minus x, or minus 1x, your choice, plus 7. And you're done. Hopefully you think it's a little faster and easier than long division was. So on the outside of the little partial box, you're going to use this with the opposite sign. So this is actually a -3. We have a 3, 2, 1, 0, so we have no skips. So 2, 3, -10, and -3. Draw your line. Bring your first number down. So we're going to multiply -3 times 2, and we're going to get -6. We're going to combine 3 and -6 and get -3. We're going to multiply -3 times -3 and get a +9. -10 plus 9 is -1. -3 times -3 is a +3. And -3 and 3 gives you 0. So my answer is 2x squared minus 3x minus 1. And I'm through. Going to the next page. You're going to have a -5 out here. 3, 2, 1, 0, so that's all good. We have 2, 10, 9, 38. Draw a line, bring your 2 down. -5 times 2 is -10. These will combine and give you 0. -5 times 0 is 0. These combine and give you 9. -5 times 9 is -45. 38 minus 45 is going to be a -7. So two different things happen here. First of all, this 0 means that term will not exist. And then this -7 means we have a remainder. So it started with x to the third, so we're going to have 2x squared plus 0x, so you don't write it, plus 9. And then that -7 is going to be 7 over x plus 5, because that is your remainder. X plus 5 came from that right there. Looking at the next one, you're going to have a positive 2 out here. You're going to have a 1, because if there's not a number in front of the x squared, it's like it's 1. You're going to have a negative 9, a 17, and a negative 1. Draw your line, bring down your 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Negative 9 plus 2 is negative 7. 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. 17 minus 14 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Negative 1 plus 6 is 5. So that's 1x squared, or just x squared, minus 7x plus 3 plus 5 over x minus 2. All right, they wrote it different, but it all works the same. X minus 3 tells me that there is a 3 on the outside. We have a 2, a negative 1, a negative 19, and a 15. Bring down your 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Negative 1 and 6 gives you 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Gives you negative 4. So we have negative 12, and we have 3. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 4 plus 3 over x minus 3. That times c plus 2 to the negative 1. That negative 1 means move it to the bottom of the fraction, which would mean divide, so it works the same. So I have a negative 2 out here. 4, 3, I have a skip right there between 3 and 1. So I'm going to have a 0. So I have 3, 6, 0, negative 2, and 4. Make sure you put that 0 in for the skip. Bring down your 3. Negative 6, 0. Negative 2 times 0 is 0. Still gives you 0. Still gives you 0. You get a negative 2. And you get positive 4, which gives you 8. So 3c to the third this time, because it's 1 smaller than what they started with. No c squared, no c, minus 2 plus 8 over c plus 2. Moving to the next page. And you'll be glad to know that's all of your notes. If you have any questions, call me over.